what you speak will become true. And I used to believe that, so that when I felt like, oh my gosh, business isn't going well, life isn't going well, if I spoke it into existence, it would become true. So I better not speak it. Don't even think about it, Ashley. Just push it away. Welcome back to one's journey of unwinding the mind, and of course, your daily microdose. Now tune in to the latest episode of One's Journey. Today I want to talk about my recent understanding of you get exactly what you need, or the law of attraction, or whatever. Let's go down that rabbit hole. Okay, so I still believe it's true, but I used to live that what I put out there is what I become. So we used to do lots of visioning exercises of the future Ashley and who she is, and really stepping into her and acting as if now, because that is what you will attract. I've seen it happen. I've seen it to be true, but I'll be honest with you guys. I did it and I got the complete opposite. That's when I was really acting as if I was making lots of money and my business was doing amazing and I was flying first class. I was really stepping into this version of Ashley that was making tons of money and had an empire, because that's what I saw. And I did that for a good 6 months, 7, 8 months, and boom, I got the opposite. All of a sudden, Ashley's almost homeless. Her business isn't doing crap. So that was my real experience with the law of attraction. But I think it's because there's a missing piece. There's a missing piece to that if you still have these beliefs within yourself and this weight placed in certain areas, you still cannot become that person. You actually attract what is deep inside. And that's why so often we talk about what you speak will become true. And I used to believe that, so that when I felt like, oh my gosh, business isn't going well, life isn't going well, if I spoke it into existence, it would become true. So I better not speak it. Don't even think about it, Ashley. Just push it away. But the problem is, when you push something into the darkness, it becomes bigger and bigger. No, you have to bring that to the light. You bring it to the light, and in the light, it can be dispelled. Don't leave it in the darkness, because you're not bringing the light to the darkness. You're bringing the darkness to the light. So that was a big piece that I really uncovered in the process of practicing this manifesting and law of attraction. As I began to heal and began to shift things and forgive and be in different places, what I realized is that I began to attract past versions of myself. And at first I got very filled with shame and guilt, because my old mindset, my old belief system told me that you attract what you are, Ashley. And so all of a sudden I had done all this deep work and I thought I was on a good path. And I had really rid myself of a lot of those narratives, and I started to attract people that were struggling financially. I started to attract people that were struggling in friendships. These were all past versions of myself that I thought I had worked through. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't. I am still at this place that I was when I tried to manifest the Ashley with the empire and all the money, who pretty much was going to be homeless. Like, no joking here. You can call my friends. And that was my plan. My plan was to get rid of everything and go live on the streets, until I had someone rationally speak to me about that and came up with a different plan. But ultimately, that brought so much shame and guilt, until what I realized is, I don't think that's the case. Yeah, maybe sometimes it's the case that you attract what you believe and you attract those people in your life. Yeah, I get that. But I also believe that on your healing journey, you begin to, once you've healed through it, you've healed a layer, let's say, right? Like, we're an onion of multiple layers of healing. So one layer has really been healed, and that's you healing your own internal narrative. And you have forgiven yourself at a certain level, but it's such a different level of forgiveness to experientially forgive by forgiving someone else for doing something that you have done in the past. So that's what I see, is you begin to attract you And your ability to meet them with love and forgiveness and to be their light is your opportunity to be that for you, the past version of you. So example, again, I'm going to go back to when I was manifesting my empire. That never came through. I was manifesting my empire and all this money. I had this group of friends that were very much in the same movement forward of personal development and mindset, and we were all on this same journey together. And I thought these were my friends for life. But guess what? The second my financial means fell apart and I began to fall apart, everybody ran the other way. Almost every single person ran the other way. And I didn't have that person there for me that saw me unconditionally, loved me unconditionally, didn't fear me, didn't abandon me. So it reiterated the narrative of I was unworthy because I didn't have money, and I was unworthy because I didn't have status, and my business wasn't doing well, and I truly was unworthy of a friendship unless it was actually paying for it. But then I've had people now that I've been able to work through that and heal those narratives and to really see the truth for what it is. Had people come to me. They're in that same exact situation where all of a sudden we're working together and they financially hit this hardship and they're unable to afford my services at the time. And when I fell apart, I was in a mastermind and it was like my lifeline. I felt like those were my people. That was my sanity. I lived that mastermind. And the second I couldn't pay for it anymore, of course they gave me an option of racking up a shit ton of debt, which to me in that moment didn't make sense because I didn't even know how I was going to eat. But if I couldn't pay that, then they went the other way. And they did. And I was left alone. And I was like, how could someone do that? That I was a number. I wasn't this friend I thought I was. I wasn't this person that they actually cared about. I was just a number in their bank account. And I vowed that I would never, ever treat someone that way again. And I worked a lot on forgiving and understanding that never really happened, but we're using it as an example. So when this person came to me, at first it triggered the old narrative that I had learned of like, well, I've got other people waiting in line, and they felt that. And then I remembered like, what in the F, Ashley, that is not how we show up. It is not about the money. It is about being here for one another. And can I give everyone services for free? No, but in that moment, I had the opportunity to be there for the past version of myself through this person, to show them what I wish I would have had, what I know I was worthy of having now today. And I will tell you that ability to do that has healed me at a whole nother level. So when all of a sudden you find yourself beginning to attract past versions of yourself, please take a moment to step back from the stories we are being told today that would reiterate that you are in that place yourself, and look at it from a different perspective of, maybe that's not what that always means. Maybe, in fact, this is an opportunity for me to heal myself at an even deeper level by providing this person with what I wish I could have had. Because it has been miraculous. As soon as I have realized that that is what is going on, I have propelled forward in so many areas, because that shame and guilt, no matter if it's true or not, will hold you back, friend. Whether it's valid and necessary, which it never is, but you get what I'm saying, it will hold you back every time. And that is a whole different conversation about how a lot of these new belief systems in the New Age movement are actually creating more shame and guilt in our lives, when in fact, it's not necessary. So, okay, you get exactly what you need. That's my law of attraction. You get exactly what you need. It is never a punishment what you attract, my friend. I know we are taught that. We are taught to see, oh, it's a reflection of you. It is always an opportunity for healing. Healing at some level, whether it is healing a past version of yourself, whether it is helping you to see something within that you are not happy with, but you attract exactly what opportunities you need in that moment. So please, please take away the shame and guilt of you attracting things because you're in a bad place. Let's throw that out for this year, whatever day you're watching this. Let's make a resolution to chuck that out the window and instead see things from the perspective of truth, which is that they are all opportunities for forgiveness, and they're all taking us on this journey back home to our home with God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus and all of us. As always, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please comment below, share what did this bring up within you. And of course, if you are a part of the Patreon, hop on the Discord and share. As always, I am so grateful for you. And please, if you have any topics you want to be discussed, or you have some like, hey, Ashley, this doesn't make sense, comment below or send me a message and we will make sure to cover it. But as always, remember you are worth it, friends. So much love. Bye-bye.